guys, welcome to Light Screening, the channel for movie lovers more than movie savvies. My name is Gisela Cruz. I am a movie lover, a moviegoer, a movie enthusiast, a movie student, not a cinema student, but a movie student. I watch more movies than people consider normal, so people ask me all the time what I think about them, and this is a great platform to talk about it, and here I am because I can. So today I'm going to be talking about Jojo Rabbit. So you know Jojo Rabbit, it's been getting accolades, it's been nominated for awards, and why? Let's talk about that. It's directed by Taika Waititi, and it's actually written by Taika Waititi and based on a novel that his mother recommended him called Caging Skies, written by Christine Leunens. So apparently this novel was kind of a little sad and a little dramatic and quite serious, and Taika Waititi thought that why not turn it into something that I'm more comfortable with, which is a comedy. So what is this comedy about? It's about the cruelties of war, the Nazi philosophy, if you will, or ideology, and the pains of growing up, seen by the point of view of a 10-year-old. So I can go further. You've seen it in the trailers. This kid is growing up to be a very strong, heartfelt Nazi. He's fully into the ideology, okay? He's got Adolf Hitler as his imaginary friend. So he's growing up quite strongly believing in the whole thing that Nazis are telling him to believe. But his mother hid a Jewish girl in his house. So can you imagine a kid going through all this? Can you imagine what goes on in a kid's mind going through all this? Well, if you can't, you don't have to, because Jojo Rabbit shows it to you. So Taika Waititi is also this imaginary friend playing Adolf Hitler. Can you imagine a comic, a funny Adolf Hitler? I know other comedians have done it, but this was a very hard movie to make apparently because of that, because it took a very serious theme and it turned it into a comedy, something light, something that apparently you're not even going to actually think much about, but you do think a lot about because it's from the point of view of a child. And this child is played by Roman Griffin Davis. It's his first ever acting job, which is mind-blowing because the kid does it like he's drinking water, okay? It's just... I was so amazed by the fact that he's never done anything like it before. He's really good at it. Seriously, I was so amazed by this information. Anyway, also Thomasin McKenzie, she did Lost Girls, Hobbit, Leave No Trace, The King. She's the Jewish girl. Scarlett Johansson plays the mother. Well, you know Scarlett Johansson, Lucy, The Avengers, Lost in Translation, the voice of her, for instance. Taika Waititi, obviously, and Sam Rockwell. I mean, a movie with Sam Rockwell, I gotta see, you know. Let's face it, I'm a fan of Sam Rockwell. I think he's one of the best actors ever. So anyway, also Stephen Merchant. He's, if you see Stephen Merchant, you know who I'm talking about. You've seen him before. He's one of the funniest actors ever. So just check him out. So, what can I say? I can say that Taika Waititi was actually directing this movie in the costume of Adolf Hitler. And I'm not going to say much more about it except that it is one beautiful, 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 beautiful movie. It's beautiful. It's so innocent and so cruel because of that, you know. Can you imagine what a Nazi little kid does, thinks, feels when he finds a Jewish girl in his house? Can you imagine what he thinks about his mother? Can you imagine what he thinks about Jews in general? What he would want to know, what he thinks and believes? Can you imagine what it is like to go through something so awful like that war when you're 10 years old and you're growing up and you're, building your personality? It's a beautiful, beautiful script. The best about it, obviously, the cast is absolutely amazing and flawless. The sets are flawless. The direction is flawless. I get that it wouldn't be on the main candidates to a Best Movie Award because artistically, the way of shooting and all of that, it's not unforgettable in that way. What is unforgettable is what was awarded, and that is the script. The script is absolutely delicious. I bow before Taika Waititi because it's so sensitive and so beautifully written that it just stays in your heart. I'm not going to forget this one. I've actually, since the moment I got out of the movie theater, I've been texting people saying, go see Jojo Rabbit. Go watch Jojo Rabbit. You'll love it. Anyone that has kids, anyone that likes kids, anyone. I don't have kids. I didn't work with kids. Nothing like that. And it's so beautiful to watch the point of view of this kid. And obviously Adolf Hitler being an imaginary friend. That is pretty fascinating. Anyway, please do yourselves a favor and go watch Jojo Rabbit. Just do. How do kids deal with that? How do kids deal with war? With it's so sensitive and so innocent and so beautiful. There's nothing else I can say about this. It's won enough awards. It's got a beautiful cast. You'll be a fool not to see it, quite honestly. What did I bring for the blast from the past? The exact opposite. The exact opposite. Not in quality, obviously, but in feeling. I'll have to recommend to you a movie that I wasn't brave enough to see more than once because it was such a huge impression that it left me that I don't have the courage to go through that pain again. And this is a compliment, trust me. It's The Pianist by Roman Polanski with Adrian Brody from 2002. It's a pianist trying to survive in a ghetto in Warsaw. So the violence is it's so extreme. The emotional violence of this movie is so extreme that I don't have the courage. I know I need to see it again. I'll see it in a whole different perspective because I was so impressed the first time I watched this movie. I almost walked out of the theater, not because it wasn't good, but because I couldn't take the pain anymore. I seriously looked at the person that was with me and I said, I think I need to get out. And he actually answered me, the recess is coming, because we do have recess in Portugal so that we can buy popcorn and stuff, 7 minutes recess. And he said, the recess is coming, just hang on and take a breath. And if you want to leave afterwards, we'll leave. And I marched through it. And this is a compliment. Honestly, I like feeling. That's why I go to the movies. I like learning. I like putting myself in uncomfortable positions. I like finding new jokes. I like challenging myself. And this is a challenge to watch. To me, it was. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And it is one fabulous movie. I have to recommend it if you have the courage. Just understand that it's the exact opposite of Jojo Rabbit. This one is cruel, but it's funny, it's innocent, it's light. You think about it and it stays with you because of that, because it hits you softly. The Pianist just takes the ground from under your feet and smashes you with it. You know, it's so emotionally gutting. That it's one incredible movie, and I have to recommend it. So anyway, go to the movies. Tell me stuff. Tell me what you think about the Oscars and all of that. Have you seen Jojo Rabbit? I would like to know. I would like to know if you've seen Jojo Rabbit, if you were so impressed as I was. I would really like to know if you've seen it. This is one of those that honestly I've been texting nonstop and sending it to my WhatsApp groups and stuff and saying, kids, people, just go watch Jojo Rabbit. You won't regret it. So tell me what you think and go to the movies. And if you like what I'm saying or you think that it makes sense, or if you want to know a little review that is light, it's not so technical, it's not so deep, it's just us talking, exchanging ideas, mostly about life than about technicalities of movies. If you like what I'm saying, just subscribe, share, like. That's the point of this. The YouTube needs all that so that the channel is promoted. And if the channel is not promoted, at some point I'll kind of feel like it's a waste of time, right? So please give me a hand, because I'm terrible at self-promotion. And like, subscribe, and stuff. Thank you for watching, and please go to the movies.